Here's a question I got asked in a coffee shop the other day. What's the first film you cried at?
We were not finished with Jamaican Brad Pitt. One.
What's the first film you ever cried at?
Click.
Same. That was my answer as well. But at different parts for me and you, wanna?
Yeah.
For me, when he's in the
I cried when his remote won't work because I've been there. Spin the batteries.
No, when he's in the street when his dad's dying.
It's when his dad leaves his, like he goes, take me to the last time I see me dad, and when his dad's leaving his office and he's
ignoring him.
It's just, yeah.
That got me like.
What
about you?
Herbie Goes Bananas. Because it reminded me of Sheffield when my cart rolled down a hill. It's a fucking nightmare.
Crying your eyes out.
I was going. I've not paid it off.
Do you cry at stuff a lot? Like films and art?
Never.
You're a Simpsons fan. Has Simpsons ever got you? Simpsons has got me.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
Murphy, I think. The first time.
I wouldn't cry at a cartoon, I don't think. I think I'd be able to get past the fact it's a cartoon.
I didn't cry, but I was like, fuck.
Do you remember the substitute teacher?
I was going to say that. Mr.
Was it Dustin Hoffman? I can't remember who was the substitute teacher.
Mr. Air, not Michael Jordan.
Oh,
piss.
Mr. Bergstrom.
Mr. Lover. Oh, yeah.
Mr. Bergstrom.
Yeah, that got me.
When he's on the train.
I've had a few little weepy...
yeah, because Lisa loves him.
Oh, yeah.
Liam Gums Murphy was sad.
Yeah.
I get lost in stuff. I've told you this before, like when I'm watching a film or
music.
Like music as well. Music does get to me. It really, like a good lyric. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. We've heard all about it on the recent Patreon exclusive.
Or like music that reminds me of like someone. Like, I mean, does just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also, like I've told you this before, when I'm watching a film or a series, I'm in it, aren't I? In my head, I'm like the lead.
Well, like that's a literature. That's a literal. I can't think of the word. Literature trope. That's why you feel sadness. Yeah. That's why if you watch a film about a dog that dies, if you've got a dog, it's more sad because you can relate to it.
Yeah, I just put myself into the situation that the characters are in.
Who was your first ever heartbreak? Because when I split up with Nikki, my first girlfriend, I listened to just music on, and it was like they'd written it just for me. It was like someone was pulling at my heart, and you hear it's the same thing as like they say you don't even notice that there's like adverts for mattresses on until you want a mattress, and then all of a sudden you're well aware of all these adverts for beds and mattresses. It's the same with like sad music. You don't feel it, or you're unaware of it until you felt heartbreak, and then you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about the other day on the Patreon episode about music and getting involved in it, and it pulls on you. Country music does that for me more than anything else.
Have you not cried at a film ever? Marley and Me as well, because
I've cried at...
what was the first one though? Can you remember?
I don't know. I cry so... I am such a little fucking... I'm such a fanny for tearing up at films. Like, it's just a regular thing. It's not like, I can remember that one time. I don't know.
I'm a big soft twat deep down, me.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, like, I'm a proper big softie.
And then becoming a parent just gives you a new
layer.
What are
you shaking your head for, Phineas?
Finn?
Don't strike me as that. And just, like, I feel like I'm with Carl. I've cried once in my life at a film.
What?
Ever.
No. I'd say twice. I'd say Marley and Me and Click are the memorable ones. But ones where...
I know I don't strike people as it, by the way. I was talking to Alfie about this recently. We were talking about a certain thing. And Alfie was like, oh, you're actually just a big soft lad, really, aren't you? And I was like, yeah. He was like, I don't think people really know that until they actually know you.
No, but you're like an emotional hedgehog.
I'm like a big, sad wolf.
You're very prickly on the outside. You can be very prickly, but inside you're all tender.
I'm like a wolf who's lost his job.
No, you're a hedgehog.
Have you seen Jojo Rabbit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got the last paragraph printed in my living room. That gets me.
Because there's
a reason
Rabbit.
But the end of it, that gets me like.
Yeah. I've been very emotional. I'm bad for that. I go to Laura, I'm like, gets me. Like, Etta's noticed it as well when we're watching stuff. Because a lot of the kids' films have got, like, Disney. If you're watching Disney films, mate, I got emotional in the montage. No one's even said anything during this.
The first part of Up when she dies, mate. If you would have to have a stone heart.
The thing is, I didn't cry at Up. I can't get emotionally invested in cartoons like that. I just can't.
No.
Like, I still enjoy them. I really like watching them. The Lion King's one of my favourite films. I really love it. But I think it's because I'm not a cartoon.
Yeah, but you
God,
understand.
that is so first read, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not a cartoon. I thought,
But that can't be me. As much as I look like the kid
you
from
can
up
also-
before anyone
yeah,
says
but you're
it.
also not like, a fucking talking cat, are you? So makes sense. Like, because a lot of the Disney characters are also like animals and stuff.
Yeah. That's not...
No, but the people, aren't they? The depictions of people, you can still go, oh my God, imagine that was me. Imagine I was old. I'd lived my entire life with this woman. Now she's dead.
but if it's cartoon, my brain just doesn't do that for me.
Oh, mate.
I just do not
Up got me. Like,
lose myself in cartoons the same way.
oh, that's so sad, mate. Fuck me. It's get me now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that with my heavily pregnant sister in a cinema. She was full of, she came to Manchester really like just in that third trimester where you're just waiting for the birth to happen,
And they're all
full
moody.
of fucking hormones. And then all of a sudden we're watching can't have a baby, oh, she's died, you're old montage. I just looked to the side and Kate was in fucking buckets of tears.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love a good cry, mate. Nothing wrong with it.
Wally as well. When he loses her.
When you can't find them in a book.
Yeah. It's the beach one.
Why does he keep going to crowded places?
It's the beach one. Every time I look at the beach one and he's behind the hut and it looks like the fella next to him, he's like the different... Oh, mate. Kills me.
Where's Wally? Is that still fucking going?
Yeah?
Yeah.
For stupid kids.
I mean, have they not been tempted to just do like a massive one and then just never put Wally in? Being like, have you got to the end of that
There's
one?
a prank book you can buy. Of that.
Where there is no Wally.
There's no Wally on any of the pages.
I think I'd clocked it after 2.
Someone should get murdered for that. Fucking hell. You clock it after 2.
Well, when I was like, oh, there's not on that one either, then just put it in the bin. Look, you're not planking me.
Yeah. Do you remember the first film when you were a kid where you got really scared?
I once hid in the bathroom crying because my dad wouldn't turn the music video of Michael Jackson's Thriller off.
It's frightening.
Is that a fine?
It's frightening. I remember seeing that for the first time. Yeah.
I was terrified of it. I wouldn't leave the bathroom. And
When
he was like,
Michael
I've turned
Jackson
it off.
turns into a werewolf,
Yeah.
the first bit, even before they're doing the don't, like the dancing bit,
He's so intense. He's looking through your soul, through the camera.
The way he changes and then chases her. When you watch that as a kid, oh my
the way he's
God.
looking at her, he's like, I'm going to fucking murder you, you fucking bitch.
I don't remember that being as
It's the subtitles.
Bum bum
Kill you, you cunt.
bum bum.
My brother used to watch Red Dwarf when I was little, and the music for that still like triggers something in my head. Don't know why.
The music for Red Dwarf.
Yeah.
It's cold outside. There's no type of atmosphere. I'm all alone.
No, like the music, not the song bit.
Right. Dum 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 dum.
Yeah.
Yeah. You must have been dead young then.
Yeah.
I still get like emotional like that with Heartbeat with the music because it reminds me
Going to bed.
going to bed for school the next day.
No, mate. If you hear that music, it's over, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, where's green grass? Oh, this cunt. The weekend's over if green grass is on the telly.
PTSD
You're getting in the
from
bath?
Heartbeat.
Yeah, you get a bath and you're going to school tomorrow and you can't play footy all day.
Fuck green grass.
We had an audio book of Puff the Magic Dragon, and there was the voice of like, and that fucked me up as a little kid.
Yeah.
Got a memory of crying.
Did you ever
to that.
play the first Metal Gear Solid?
Yeah. Resident Evil 4. Oh my God. Terrifying.
That's a scary game, though, isn't it?
Wasn't there an age restriction on that?
Yeah, but
That's a scary
I
game.
had Grand Theft Auto as well.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know when you were a kid and you went on porn websites and it was like, are you over 18? Did you be like, no?
Don't let me in.
I'm not.
I've got some absolute hounding news here, but
Yeah, he was never below the age of 18 in porn.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Into- And I've just tried to do it. Yeah, I was scared of a Puff the Magic Dragon audio book. And you were like, yeah. I saw a man get decapitated on a fucking game. I was like, oh yeah, we lived in different eras. Puff the Magic Dragon.
I was
Here comes-
murdering prostitutes to get me $20 back from like the age of 8.
Yeah. Well, tell me about the computer game.
Hey! Then he'd go home and turn the game on.
Clip it.
The phone ringing on Metal Gear Solid 1, that triggers me as well. Because our Paul used to play it in the dark. I think
people with older brothers have had more chance to be fucked up because you've got someone 10 years older than you
15.
15 years older than you.
Yeah. So he
All
was watching
planned.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just fucking.
I was.
Oh yeah, I remember RoboCop. I think I've mentioned this before, but my mum got me RoboCop. I had chicken pox on my 9th birthday, and she asked me what I wanted from Blockbuster, and I asked for RoboCop, and she stupidly gave me RoboCop, and I watched it alone. The bit where he gets shot. What's the fucking policeman called in RoboCop before he becomes RoboCop? There's a scene when he gets shot, and it felt to me like he was getting shot for about quarter of an hour. He was going, no! And they're like, nah!
Alex James Murphy.
Oh, my God.
AJM.
Someone will be agreeing with me here. It's the most over-the-top someone getting shot scene. He's literally, they're like, all of the bad guys are going, and he's going, no, and they're shooting through his hand. And I was 9 years old with chicken pox, like, I can't fucking handle it. I cried my eyes out. Shat me up.
That's what Finn said. So we've all said things that, are mainstream. The hanging of Saddam Hussein.
Because he knew your dad.
Yeah. No, it was when you said about an older brother. I was like, yeah, my older brother like fucked me up like with that sort of shit. So he's 4 years older than me. So when he was like 12, I'm sure it was going around the high school. So I was 8, and I remember seeing Saddam Hussein, that video. Also Scream. I watched Scream 1 when I was like 6.
I've told you this story before. My cousin, so I've got 2 cousins, Danny and Sean. They've got an older sister as well, but Sean babysat Danny once, and Danny hates horror films. And Sean made him watch Scream, then put him to bed, and then put a Scream mask on and woke him up.
Yeah, that's... Wow. I mean, that's beyond bullying, isn't it? It's like... Yeah.
It's funny as fuck, though.
How old was he?
So Sean, I think, is like 3 years older than Danny. So Sean will have been like 16 and Danny's like 13.
Oh, okay. He's not like 7 or...
I was 7 when I was
Right, yeah, you've been fucked up there, eh?
Yeah. The first scene they get... I remember this like one of the like core memories is someone getting turned inside out. That's what I remember.
On what?
In Scream. I think it's in Scream.
I thought you were talking about Saddam Hussein's.
Yeah, no.
Someone done a step over.
God. Oh mate, those videos that went round like, oh, have you seen Ken Bigley's execution? You're like, no, I can't. Cannot watch that sort of thing. It's fucking grim.
Snuff videos make me sick.
I saw a joke. Yeah, the snuff.
I can still picture. I got sort of tricked into watching one in the McDonald's staff room on a break, and it was called Two Guys, One
Hammer. Yeah, the pregnant woman.
What?
The pregnant woman.
Honestly, I've
never watched it.
I find it hard to talk about.
So how old were you when you watched
16.
that? Yeah, because I think that's this is what I'm talking about, older brothers, and especially with the internet, if you are a cunt and you're like 14, 15 and you've got access to stuff like this and you've got younger brothers, if you're a dick about it, you could be seriously fucking people up by making them watch that sort of stuff. It
affected me bad, and I was 16.
Yeah.
I was in the McDonald's staff break room, and someone was like, oh, have you seen this funny video? They're like, just keep watching. And it's like, they're running through, like, I think it's like fields.
I've never seen it, but you've told me about it.
And they've got a hammer and they just literally smash someone's face in with it. And I was like, they're like, no, keep watching. And I was like, what happens to make this funny? And then they were like, she's dead. Like, awful. I can
But let me just tell you,
thinking or talking about it.
That audio book of Puff the Magic Dragon was pretty bad as well, guys. So listen, it's different. It is different, but it was pretty harrowing.
I had a really homophobic one from back in the day called Dragon the Magic Puff.